Buddy. All right, here we go.
Fair to say you simply flooded the system with money.
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it. We did.
Where does it come from? Do you just print it?
We print it digitally. So we, as a central bank, we have the ability to create money. That actually increases the money supply. We also print actual currency, and we distribute that through the Federal Reserve banks.
This is it. It is over. This is what the end looks like.
So that I think that the internet is going to be one of the major forces for reducing the role of government.
Something called
Bitcoin.
Brother,
Bitcoin.
can you spell Bitcoin?
Yeah.
You never heard of them a few
Bitcoin.
weeks ago? Now
Bitcoin.
everybody's talking about them.
The one thing that's missing, but that will soon be developed, is a reliable e-cash, a method whereby on the internet you can transfer funds from A to B without A knowing B or B knowing A.
And this is the biggest story of this decade.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I can play at the intro. I have a long intro, but I have to cut it off halfway through. It's a very professional YouTube channel, financial analysis show that you're tuned into. No matter what people say or what people tell you, we talk about serious news here. Even when the title is, Will Bitcoin Survive the Weekend? Yeah, it'll be all right if you don't listen to the FUD. It's just that people have been telling me, sorry I'm not on this channel all the time. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. We talk about crypto here. Everybody was telling me, oh, this weekend, watch out for the weekend. Oh, Bitcoin's going down to 15K or something. So I don't freaking know. I don't know why the weekends are so bad. Supposedly, that's what they've been saying. That's why I put it in the title. Will Bitcoin survive the weekend? And yeah, I think so, but I guess it could go down further. I mean, we have a long one all the way through Memorial Day. I still believe in it. I was going to call it, because based on another YouTube, a popular YouTube channel with a video titled Why I'm Selling Bitcoin. I was going to call it Why I'm Not Selling Bitcoin, but maybe I will. Who knows? You'll find out, or you can find out if you come to my secret meetings. I'll tell you about those too. So yeah, I have some news today. I want to talk about a few videos that were negative about Bitcoin, or actually one of them actually was kind of a trick. So the one I mentioned. So I'll talk to you about that. That has some tax implications and stuff. So I can talk about that. We can talk about whether Bitcoin is going to survive, whether it's digital gold. I want to talk to you about environmentally friendly Bitcoins, because I did talk to you about that already on my show, these green coins. There's more talk about that happening. Real, genuine, virgin, clean Bitcoins. You know that's what you want. Well, if that is what you want, they're coming up with a way that you can identify your Bitcoin and whether it's a good one or not. And then the idea there is that you pay extra for Bitcoins that are produced in an environmentally friendly way. So that's big news. That environmentally friendly stuff, it turns out that's what it's all about. So COVID's over, right? Or hopefully, I should say, COVID is over where you live. We live in California. People are kind of crazy here, and they still wear masks most of the time inside. But otherwise, you get to do your stuff. You're not restricted. It's not like living in Canada or anything. So I'm sorry about you guys in particular, or other places. But COVID's over, and now it's time for a global environmental crisis. And everybody wants to talk about global warming and what's good for the environment, and everybody's woke on the environment. So that's the new agenda, in case you weren't aware of that. Oh, I'm not supposed to say what their secret agendas are. They'll say it's fake news. But no, they're talking about it, I think openly, that there's going to be a transition from COVID to global warming, because we always need a catastrophe. And now and then the other catastrophe, of course, is that everybody's saying Bitcoin's going down to like 10 or 15,000 or something. That would be a catastrophe. I don't know if people will tune in anymore to hear about Bitcoin if it goes down like that. So we don't want that to happen. It could, though. Could. We'll talk about that on this show. What else? Just some general news. Apple Pay, Carl Icahn.
What's up, whales? It's Megalodon here, and
that is what a real successful YouTube channel sounds like. And sorry, it auto-played. All right, I am your host, Nathan Stoltman. This is LTV Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. We have a sponsor for the show. It's our t-shirts. I'm wearing our first crypto shirt, Decentralized, based on a Kanye West tweet, loosely. Well, in some ways. No, it's just based on it being a good idea to decentralize it. We believe in that on this channel, and we believe in crypto in so much as we invested in crypto t-shirts, and they're coming. And when crypto is down in particular, it requires more faith than usual because, of course, the price of things is based on faith. I can tell you how you can be more faithful to crypto. One of the ways is wearing t-shirts and pre-ordering one of our cryptocurrency t-shirts, whether it's Bitcoin, crypto future. We really like Litecoin. So there are HODL Litecoin shirts or Pirate Chain shirts. A brand new and the Fed. Oh, those are new. My wife is doing things in the shop that I'm not aware of. This is cool. You can pre-order this stuff right now at truthclothing.io, and I'm telling you, we make the best t-shirts, the best merch, period. And everybody says so. Truthclothing.io, we print everything, we stock it, we ship it, and you even get free shipping on orders over $50. So go check it out. Truthclothing.io, that's our store. And it's all, you won't see these designs on other shirts. So you can show that you're a sophisticated cryptocurrency enthusiast by going to truthclothing.io. All right. So yeah, Bitcoin's down, right? What I thought is that if everybody said Bitcoin was going to be down, then maybe it would go up this weekend. We'll see. I really don't know. Personally, I'm not selling anything, and I would hate to be out of the market right now, and I would hate to sell. But this guy made a video, and when I talk about what a popular YouTube channel sounds like, I'd never heard of him before. He's a young person named Graham Stephen, who put out a popular video that says why I'm selling Bitcoin. And I had to get at least halfway through the video to find out that it's kind of a, what do you call it? Clickbait. It's kind of, in a way, clickbait. But it's worth talking about what he's talking about as far as tax purposes go, because it is a really interesting thing, actually. This person is already wealthy from doing other things and happened to get into Bitcoin this year, and now he's an expert on Bitcoin. Not to say that he isn't, because what is an expert? He says he's selling Bitcoin, but this is the thing. If you get more than halfway through the video, he says he's selling it for tax purposes and he plans to reaccumulate it. And the reason for that is, and actually you could think about it, whether you want to do this too. It is very interesting with cryptocurrency as opposed to stocks. And it's interesting right now with the price down. So let's say you're like me, you sold some silver, bought some Bitcoin at like 56,000 or something like that. And then now the price goes way down. Well, you can sell your Bitcoin now and take the loss on paper and in reality, take the actual loss, and then you can use that to apply against any other short-term gains you might have had from other investments. So let's say you had some short-term gains on anything. Well, you could offset those and not pay taxes by selling your Bitcoin or cryptocurrency for a loss right now. What? That's crazy. Why would I sell my cryptocurrency? It's going to go back up. Well, here's the crazy thing about it is normally with stocks, if you wanted to do something like that, they don't want people to do this. If you want to do something like that, you couldn't turn around and rebuy the same stock right away. You have to wait at least a month to do it. But with cryptocurrency, it's defined as property, so it's different. And you can, as far as people can tell, turn right around after selling your Bitcoin for a loss. You can turn right around and just rebuy it. Maybe the next day, maybe the same day, maybe over time. And the government should be totally okay with that. And you can take the loss and still get the gains when it bounces back. So that's what this person is talking about doing in a video called Why I'm Selling Bitcoin. It's why he's selling it and then reacquiring it. And that is totally a thing. And if you're in a position where you have some short-term gains, you can offset them this way. It's, and you report things on your taxes in the first place, then yeah, it's actually not crazy. So that's what he's talking about. He's got a nice car.
Okay, I'm back.
I prefer to listen to people who weren't already rich. But then this guy made a video. This is in the contrarian column. This is why you might think Bitcoin is going up, because everybody's talking about selling it, why it's going to zero. This guy who worked for Google, a ex-Google tech lead, made a video that got 300,000 views. Both of these videos got about 300,000 views. He made a video called Why Bitcoin is Going to Zero, the hidden threat to cryptocurrency. This is a highly debatable topic, actually, because there are people who still say, don't get into cryptocurrency, or, if you're going to get into cryptocurrency, don't get in unless you realize your investment is going to go to zero. Could go to zero. You know what they say. Don't invest any money that you aren't afraid you could lose. Your entire principal and stuff. A lot of people now will debate whether that's really a realistic thing to tell people, and whether things like Bitcoin and Ethereum realistically could go to zero. You could, if you choose to custody your own coins, yes, I will tell you, be prepared for a total loss. But not because the assets go to zero in nominal terms, but because you screw up, and you can screw up. And I do consulting and stuff, and I talk to people who sometimes screw up when they do it themselves and lose all their investment in whatever coin it might be. But will it really go to zero? Will Bitcoin really go to zero? Nah, probably not. It's probably going to be worth everything. It's probably going to be worth something forever. I mean, it's Bitcoin, right? There are only going to be 21 million of them ever. And even if people don't use cryptocurrencies anymore, even if they're outlawed or something, there's going to be some value, most likely, to Bitcoins in the future. And most likely with Ethereum and stuff too. So it's not necessarily any longer relevant to say, if you're, for example, going on Coinbase, buying a few coins there, you don't necessarily, I don't think, have to think about your investment going to zero. It could be very volatile, though. Very volatile. And if you choose to handle cryptocurrency yourself, you could lose it. This guy says Bitcoin is going to zero because of stable coins. And stablecoins and central bank digital currencies are definitely worth thinking about. And I listened to his argument, and as much as I could get through it. But he says stuff like Facebook's new currency, DM, or the fact that these stable coins are a big deal, that people are just going to use stable coins instead of Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies. So the only thing I'll say to that is yes. First of all, you hardly need a U.S. central bank digital currency at this point because there are already so many virtual dollars in existence. I think right now, if you add up Tether dollars, I think it's maybe $100 billion now out there already in virtual dollars, electronic dollars, for dollar representations, stable coins that are not issued by a central bank. They are issued by a central authority, not a central bank. People already use them. People are already earning interest on them. They are already a thing. They already exist. You can already, if you choose, sell all your Bitcoin to get stable coins, to get US Tether dollars, if you really think those are better. And so why hasn't Bitcoin gone to zero already then? If we already have stable coins, Bitcoin should already go to zero because people should say, oh, I like the stable coins better. You know, there's no volatility. So I think it's, this is what I think actually about central bank digital currency taking over and making Bitcoin obsolete, is that stable coins or central bank digital currencies are only as stable and worth value. They're only as stable as the currency they're based off of. And if you continue to print virtual dollars or regular dollars or electronic dollars or whatever we're using, the value is still going to go down. And eventually, the value of those will approach zero. Probably much faster than something with a scarce and limited supply would approach zero. So stable coins are stable to the currency that they're attached to, but that's no guarantee that the currency that they're attached to is going to be worth anything in the future, especially if they continue to print it into infinity, which is what they're doing with all currencies right now that aren't strictly limited in supply by computer code, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, XRP, etc. So I tend to think that as long as cryptocurrencies exist and are scarce, limited, not issued by a central authority, that they are going to have value. That's my thoughts on the whole thing, is that you can come out with all the stable, so-called stable coins you want, but eventually people want scarcity. People really desire scarcity in this kind of environment, and you don't get that with Tether dollars, US dollar coin, or the forthcoming US central bank digital currency. They will most likely continue to print them into infinity, and they'll be worth zero. So why Bitcoin is going to zero? I don't think so. I don't think it is going to zero. All right, so that's my criticism of those videos. I also wanted to talk about Apple looking for somebody to get into crypto. This is just on the positive side of news. Apple is trying to hire somebody to get into alternative payments. I will note, for people who aren't aware, Apple Pay is already used for you can already use Apple Pay to buy cryptocurrencies without KYC. I can repeat that, just in case you're not aware. People think that there's no way to buy cryptocurrency without going through the KYC thing, where you have to show them take a picture of your driver's license, maybe have a picture of your face and stuff. Everybody thinks you have to go through that whole process to buy crypto. It's actually not true. With MetaMask, you can buy crypto with a credit card or Apple Pay right now on the internet. You can do that. You can buy crypto with Apple Pay, and then you don't have to go through all that information. And yes, Apple kind of has your information. And yes, there's a record of the transaction and so forth. And yes, somebody could tie it to your identity. But it's not the same kind of like KYC situation where you're filling out forms and everything, and they're automatically reporting things to the government. Apple Pay can be used in that scenario, and also in another lesser known scenario, which is if you have the Exodus wallet on your phone, on your iPhone, then you can buy cryptocurrency, Bitcoin exclusively, with Apple Pay on your iPhone, and it goes directly into your Exodus wallet with almost no fee. I believe I did it. It was $1 fee, and I got basically the full amount of Bitcoin that I was trying to purchase, and it went straight into my Exodus wallet, which is not connected to my identity. So Apple Pay already available for that, and that is the next frontier. So we have things coming up with Bitcoin that are pretty exciting still. People lose sight of that. There is the whole green thing, which we can get into. But on the positive side, people are still looking to get involved in cryptocurrency. There's no partnership that makes more sense right now than Apple Wallet and Apple Pay. Apple Wallet being a wallet for cryptocurrencies makes a lot of sense. So even with all the green controversy right now and everything else, we're hoping that Apple continues to get involved in cryptocurrencies, continues to support them, and it's one of the things that's really going to be bullish in the long run is the use of cryptocurrencies. And Apple Wallet holding cryptocurrencies makes a lot of sense. They're trying to hire somebody who's going to manage that, apparently. So that's good news. As far as, let's see, what other news do I have? Carl Icahn says he's getting into crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Lots of people saying very nice things about Ethereum lately. More positive buzz about Ethereum than there is about Bitcoin recently. I like them both. But he's talking about spending $1 billion. He may or may not have already done so. What else do I have news on? Okay, and then the other news I wanted to report on was this whole green technology thing. That guy, Kevin O'Leary, was on one of those crypto shows, either Kitco News or Stansberry Research. I think Kitco News. And he was, and the Bitcoin conference is coming up in Miami next week. So we'll see what kind of news comes from there. But this guy, Kevin O'Leary, was the one talking about blood coins and how he doesn't want to buy coins that aren't ethically sourced, that are environmentally friendly Bitcoins. Well, that guy is coming up with his own system to wrap Bitcoins so that you could tell by the wrapper they're in that they're nice, clean, friendly, environmentally conscious, woke Bitcoins. I guess you could call them woke Bitcoins. That's, I guess, what I would call them if I was trying to market them. Woke Bitcoins. They're trying to wrap them and then charge more for them. And it's only, it might only apply to the remaining, I believe it's 2.5 million coins or so that are going to be mined. Either that or they can figure out some way retroactively to talk to these miners who use renewable energy and retroactively assign their Bitcoins to be clean Bitcoins, woke Bitcoins. So he's really talking about that. And he really says, this guy, Kevin O'Leary, says that nobody wants to invest in Bitcoin right now because it's not environmentally friendly. That no corporations or institutions are looking to invest in Bitcoin yet because it's not environmentally friendly, but that they really would want to invest in these woke Bitcoins that were wrapped in, so it's all a negative, I think, that kind of talk. People like fungibility. Money is about fungibility, or at least one of the characteristics that makes good money is fungibility, which means that one is indistinguishable from another. And what this guy, Kevin O'Leary's talking about with this bifurcated system is that you take away fungibility entirely and you make it so that some Bitcoins are different than other Bitcoins. And then I don't know how you figure it out from there. Once you have the clean Bitcoin from the nice miners, then what if you spend it or send it to somebody else? And then there are computers involved in that transaction. And then what happens? Is it no longer clean because there was some coal burned somewhere along the way? I don't know. He's gonna talk about it at this conference. So, but that's what they're talking about, and I think it's kind of crazy. But he says nobody wants to invest in it. Raoul Pal says plenty of people still want to invest in Bitcoin. Me, I'm just I have my Bitcoin. I have my other cryptocurrencies. As of right now, I'm not selling. I haven't changed a single thing about my positioning since Elon Musk started his tweets about Bitcoin and sent the market on its latest downward spiral. But I'm thinking about everything, and I definitely have to figure out how to invest in this in a way that, definitely want to think about the ways people are going to try to invest that are woke, because apparently that's a real thing now, is that people really want their environmentally friendly investments. So that's why they have the Bitcoin Mining Council, and they're trying to figure out how to make Bitcoin seem greener. So Bitcoin is scarce, limited, desirable, portable, mostly fungible. It's good money. It meets all the required characteristics, and it does some of them way better than gold. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies make for good collateral. I learned that in my last Bitcoin meetup a little more directly. Somebody was talking about trying to stake silver or gold as collateral for a loan or something, and how it's basically impossible. Crypto, you can. There are so many advantages to cryptocurrency. I can't see that it's going anywhere. So the answer to the question, will Bitcoin survive the weekend? Yes. There is nothing better than cryptocurrency to store value. It is the greatest thing ever. Oh, store and transfer value. So far, it is the greatest thing, and there's nothing else. And it's definitely not gold and silver, even though I have silver and I'm not selling. And it's a great investment, gold and silver. But what I am saying is cryptocurrency, it's better. It's definitely better in a lot of ways. Besides that, you can earn interest on it. People don't even talk about that. You can earn interest on it, like I am. Bitcoin on Litecoin, on Bitcoin, on Aave. It's not possible with gold and silver. Still haven't figured out a way where I can take my silver, leave it somewhere, and end up with more silver. But you can do that with Bitcoin. You can take your Bitcoin, put it on BlockFi or Gemini or Voyager or Crypto.com or a bunch of other places, and you can actually earn more Bitcoin. That's impossible with silver and gold. And that's not to say silver and gold aren't great, because they are. And probably safer, as far as the volatility thing goes. Your silver and gold isn't going to go down 50% in a week. So that's a nice thing. But it's still not Bitcoin, or something that might be better than Bitcoin, which ends up taking Bitcoin's place. We'll see how that goes. We'll talk about that. I have it very exciting. You can meet up tomorrow. We have a crypto meetup. That's where I talk about what's really going on. And I want to talk about the coming crash, possibly, in everything, including Bitcoin. I want to talk about that tomorrow. So at 10 a.m. Sundays, you can sign up for, it's like crypto meetups. It was originally called Crypto Revival. It's like a Sunday church thing, except for crypto. And go to bitcoinmissionary.com and you can sign up. It's going to be tomorrow morning. We have people show up. You go to the website, you sign up, you get a Zoom link, and then I'll talk for a while, and then people ask questions, and we have conversations, and people say, oh, I'm staking Matic here, and I'm making a bunch of money, or I'm doing this, or this is what I'm about. You can get opinions from other people. It's really valuable. You learn really important things from other people. That's what I learned with my consulting and stuff too. You can also sign up for one-on-one consulting through that same website, bitcoinmissionary.com. My favorite thing to do is to talk to people about cryptocurrency, believe it or not. So these Bitcoin meetups are very important. So show up. Seriously, it's pretty fun. And there will be surprises and everything. So go to bitcoinmissionary.com. Okay, you know that. And otherwise, follow me on DLive and the podcast for the rest of the shows, dlive.tv/lifttheveil. And that's the news I have for you. So I'll see everybody who's signed up and who does sign up tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time on Zoom, and we'll talk about crypto. All right, so that's it. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for everybody who supports this YouTube channel, the DLive channel, and everything Lift the Veil. I really appreciate it. And for YouTube, that is what it is.